Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today we're going to be talking about GameSwift, G-Swift token, which is actually one that we've talked about quite a bit on the channel. Now I get the comment sometimes of, am I still bullish on G-Swift? Well, today I'm going to give you guys a couple updates that have occurred in their ecosystem. In my opinion, a couple bullish stats here that I actually want to bring to your attention because again, we've talked about G-Swift so many times here on this channel that I want to keep you guys updated on their project and on their ecosystem because if we look here at the chart. We'll go over it here in a little bit. But as always, nothing I say on the channel or on these videos is financial advice. Just giving you guys my opinion. And if you guys are a fan of the content that we bring to your attention here, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. Your support means everything. So if we take a look at G-Swift, over the 7 days, we can see that it is up over 12%. On the 1 day, it's up about 5%. Now, obviously, on the 1 month, it is still down. But, at these levels, we've seen it kind of be just hovering around this $5 to $6 million market cap for some time now. And if we take a look at their website, we'll do a quick update. Again, if you're not aware of what GSwift is, GameSwift, as they say here, GameSwift chain isn't just another blockchain. It is a modular layer 2 solution for Ethereum integrated into their super chain. And it is also a hub as well. So again, it is a gaming altcoin in the gaming space, but they do have the layer 2 scaling solution or layer 2 solution for Ethereum. So they also do have their own, obviously, GameSwift chain. They do have their testnet live, which we will look at here in a little bit. But if we look at their ecosystem, again, we've talked about GameSwift a lot, so we're not going to spend too much time because we've made so many in-depth videos covering GameSwift as well. You can find it on this channel where we cover more about their project, their team, their vesting schedule, the token unlocks, everything you can find it on this channel. Just look up GameSwift. You'll find a lot of videos. So take a look here on their ecosystem. They have their platform, their studio, their infrastructure, their chain as well. And for developers that are wanting to build on GameSwift, again, they do have a couple tools as well. But one thing I do want to point out here, again, they have that ZK EVM scalability. It's the first gaming modular blockchain that I've came across that is, again, to my knowledge, it's the first one. So it does have first mover advantage here, which I do find very bullish. They did revamp their website here recently, which I do like, it looks like. The Web3 infrastructures, we have their GameSwift ID. It almost reminds me, if you're familiar with IMX Immutable's Passport, where you have one ID that you can use to log into all the different games within their ecosystem. So I do like that. It makes it pretty straightforward and easy. It's almost like an Xbox or a Steam account, essentially. They have their GameSwift SDK. So if developers wanting to build on GameSwift, they can use GameSwift's SDKs. They have their analytics, the GameSwift platform, again, which you can actually get in there with your GameSwift ID. And you can interact with other players, choose your favorite game to play as well. And they also do have IGOs and initial NFT offerings, so pre-sale opportunities potentially. Then again, they have their GameSwift studios. You can see on the sides here they have other games that potentially are coming, but they did. Star Heroes was built, through GameSwift, I believe. So we did see Star Heroes launch here recently, earlier in 2024. Quality game, tough game, but quality game. They also did their own token as well, the Star token. Then they have their roadmap here, which you can take a look at what they have kind of gotten done as well. Again, the testnet was huge. Big partners and investors as well: Polygon, Blockchain Games, Casper, the Hypera Group, Token Metrics. They talk about them a lot as being a high potential, but again, they are a partner or investor, so it is always worth mentioning. Hashed, but again, that's kind of just a quick overview of the GameSwift ecosystem if you're not aware of it. We're going to circle back to their blockchain, their testnet. So they went live with their testnet, I believe, July 1st, I want to say, around that time. And since then, so pretty much in a month, exactly almost, they have done over 2.4 million transactions on their testnet. They do have over 40,000 wallet addresses. Their daily transactions are over 45,000. Again, it looks like they peaked out at about almost 88,000 almost on 1 day. So again, that's something you want to look at. So there is actually, activity going on their test net. They do say that their main net should be coming here soon. One update they just put out, I believe yesterday at the time of recording this video, is that they did announce on their Twitter that they're launching a bold 3-stage mission for GSwift to combat inflation. Because again, the biggest concern with GSwift that it's always had is that the difference in circulating market cap and fully diluted, the current token supply. So again, we see the market cap is at 6 million circulating, but the fully diluted is obviously 135, basically 135 million FTV. But well, a lot of people don't know is that 44%, around 44% of the supply is actually not going to be in circulation ever. So a lot of people don't realize that. And between now and the end of 2025, I believe it's like a 5x dilution around there, according to Crypto Rank. So really, it's not that much dilution, especially if you compare it to other gaming projects that have launched this year alone that have 10, 15x in dilution between now and the end of next year. One of them is that we've covered on the channel before. We covered a few that have a 10x dilution between now and the end of 2024 alone. So when you look at that, it's not that much, and those are individual games. Whereas GameSwift is obviously a layer 2. They have their EVM modular gaming blockchain. They also have some AI integration as well into their ecosystem. But again, as I always say, I put GameSwift more in the gaming sector than I would AI, but they do have AI within their ecosystem as well. That's worth highlighting. But if you take a look back at that Twitter announcement, so the point here, their end game is to burn 47% of GameSwift's total supply to sharpen their competitive edge. They say the stage 1 starts now, so 33%. We'll use buybacks from operating profits to acquire 30% of the seed round, 60 million tokens, current value is 5.1 million, and burn them. So they say next stages are incoming. So I think it's a huge, personally, I think it's a huge update. The fact that they're essentially wanting to burn half of their supply. Now, granted, 44% of it is not supposed to be coming into circulation anyways, so it's curious to know where that's going to be coming from. But it looks like there's going to be more updates here in the future as well. If you look at their bio here, again, they sum it up a little bit on their Twitter. A layer 2 modular blockchain optimized for gaming, powered by the GSwift gas token, using AI and computing power to drive the mass adoption of Web3 gaming. It's kind of, again, their little spiel there. They also have their 2024 update as of right now. That obviously at the time of looking at this was updated or put out 11 hours ago. So a summary of the 7 months of continuous progress leading up to the GameSwift chain mainnet launch. Take a look at it. So March 24, they launched the DevNet phase of their chain. And then if we take a look, if those that are curious, their blockchain is a layer 2 solution for Ethereum. And it leverages Ethereum security, scalability, low fees to create an optimal environment for gaming and AI projects. They're built on the open source OP stack, and it is the first AI gaming chain to join the superchain as well. And then on June 27th, they did operate their they launched a fully operational testnet, which you took a look at a little earlier in the video, looked at their transactions also. And then they are, again, hopefully going to be launching the mainnet here soon, which I think will be huge, personally. And they said that over 2 million blocks, they have not had any chain halts. So pretty impressive in my opinion. So no hiccups so far. But again, it'll be interesting to see how many projects do choose to build on GameSwift. But in summary, they're tailoring it to be fast, affordable, user-friendly, tailored for AI and gaming, built on the OP stack, using GSwift as a gas token, and leveraging Ethereum's security. Also, and if we look at their ecosystem, for those that are curious, in the beginning of February, they introduced the newest version of their game launcher, which is set to integrate AI, opening up new avenues of utilities in the gaming industry. Also, they utilize the GameSwift Force AI technology. Also, so that's kind of where the GameSwift kind of goes into. You can find this article, by the way, on GameSwift's Twitter. They just recently put out, it's one of their most recent tweets, so you can actually go on there. They put a recap of it. So that's what I would definitely encourage reading this a little bit more. I'm not going to read it word for word because, again, you guys can do that if you want to get in there and take a look at it. You guys can definitely do that also. So looking ahead, GSwift will transition to a gas token of the GameSwift chain mainnet. Our vision is to make GSwift the backbone for layer 3 chains in the gaming sector, promoting interoperability and robust infrastructure. So again, I think that GameSwift is definitely making a lot of big moves here. We've actually covered in the past that GameSwift did join the NVIDIA developer program that enables them to use over 50,000 TFL OPS from their users' hardwares as well. So obviously they have some kind of partnership with that NVIDIA developer program right there. Also, their community's only grown. They do say that they have pretty big numbers on their GameSwift platform as well. Again, I don't want to read this thing 100%, but I'll close it out here with looking ahead to the mainnet launch. They say as GameSwift transitions to mainnet, it heralds a new era of innovation and widespread adoption as well. To my knowledge, there's not an official release date of the mainnet launch. They did say when they put out their testnet that they were going to launch it, not that far behind. So it's going to be interesting to see when exactly the mainnet does launch, because I think that will be pretty huge as far as the ecosystem does go. And again, we always bring it up with GameSwift. They do, I don't know if it's weekly, but they do very, very frequent town halls with their team, with their CEO, Pan Paragraph. He's usually always the one in there. I think they have him and another guy are usually the main ones. I can't remember their names exactly right now, or the other ones. And then they have some guests typically of other projects that they're working with. So I would definitely get in there. That's the guy. I would definitely get in there and watch some of their town halls if you're, again, involved with the project or if you're interested. But either way, from these levels, I think GameSwift is definitely oversold. I did not think GameSwift would get down to these levels, to be honest with you, ever again. At least not, before the next bear market. If you take a look, it reached its all-time high at 83 cents. That was only 8 months ago. The all-time low is, about 4.5 cents, and we're only a 2x down away from that right now at today's prices. Now, do I think we're going to get there? I don't, personally. I mean, at a $6 million market cap, for what they're building, for the ecosystem that they have, the fact that they do have that modular layer 2 blockchain for gaming and AI, a docs team, they do, again, their town halls. Now they're doing token burns as well. I'm very bullish on GameSwift. There's been no secret about that on this channel. I've never let that, again, be a secret. I've told you guys since day one that I think GameSwift is a sleeper. I think it's going to shock a lot of people. Highlighting the point once more that I think a lot of people do write off GSwift because of the current circulating supply. I think it's actually about double this, I want to say, according to Crypto Rank. So again, that's where that 5x dilution comes into hand when we're talking between now and the end of 2025. And who knows, GameSwift, it really pumps with gaming, but we did see it kind of kept its momentum a little bit further, maybe with that AI news and integration in their ecosystem. But what I hear a lot about other projects like Myria, a lot of people say that they're bullish on Myria because of their L2. Well, GameSwift also has their L2, but it's, again, they actually have a testnet, whereas Myria I don't think does, and I could be wrong there, but they actually have their testnet live. There's actually transactions occurring on their testnet without any issue. They have games already coming out of their ecosystem like Star Heroes. They have a docs team. They do their town halls. They have investors, partnerships like NVIDIA with the NVIDIA developer program, a good roadmap. Their mainnet, I believe, is going to launch before potentially an altcoin season actually does start to ramp up. So I do expect it to start here soon. And, we have to point out the fact that their goal is to burn 47% of their supply. Huge, numbers there if they can actually pull that off. Again, this is why it does pay to actually have conviction in your projects that you have in your portfolio, because again, full disclosure, once more, never made it hidden. I do hold GameSwift in my personal portfolio. Once more, nothing I say is financial advice. Just letting you guys know what I'm doing, what my mindset is, what my conviction level is in certain projects. GameSwift is definitely up there, but it cannot be not said that obviously at such a low market cap, GameSwift holds a lot of risk. This project could just not perform. That is a disclaimer that has to be said. Nothing's guaranteed, especially when you get into these smaller market cap altcoins. This thing obviously could just keep going down. That's just the cruel reality of it. I have to let you guys know that because nothing I say is financial advice. I don't want you to go put your life savings in anything I say. This thing could just keep going down, but I do think that at these levels, I personally think that GameSwift is definitely undervalued. If it does go down, I don't see it going down much further. A $3 million market cap would put this really at the all-time lows at about 4.5 cents. I don't know if we're going to go there, but another thing you have to look at is it an asymmetric bet? If you, as an example, again, not telling you to do this at all, do your own research, you're an adult, make adult decisions, but you have to look at something like this as, if I put money into this project today, is, on one hand, this could go back to all-time lows, which would be, a 50% loss right now, or in the long term in an altcoin season in a gaming run, this project could do a 10, 20, 30, 50x as well. So you kind of have to look at that and kind of, decide for yourself, is it worth a potential 50% loss for a random number, 20, 30x in the bull run? That's something you do have to ask yourself with a lot of altcoins right now. I mean, a lot of stuff is actually down at levels that I think none of us were expecting to see so soon, especially not before the next bear market. And I think GameSwift at these levels is undervalued. It's one that I've held. I've let that be publicly known, and it's one that I'm actually DCing still at these levels because I did not think that we were going to see sub 10 cents for quite a while. So let me know, guys. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of GameSwift? Is it something that you're bullish on, bearish on? Let's talk about it. But I do think they're making all the correct steps in the right direction is what I feel. But as always, let me know in the comments below. I love talking to you guys in the comments. And if you guys are curious of getting into a free community, join the Discord, linked below as well. Get in there and ask questions and talk to other people. Again, if it's your first bull run, join a community. It doesn't have to be mine. Join anyone's. Just, again, get feedback or just bounce ideas off of other people or ask questions about your own projects, new projects. And I try to stay active in there, but, sometimes life gets busy. But either way, guys, I think to sum it up, now is the time you should be looking at projects like GameSwift that are down hard. If we look at the all-time highs, yeah, we're down 88% from all-time highs. And I don't think that GameSwift is dead. I think it is going to come back strong and shock a lot of people. But as always, nothing I say is financial advice. If you guys got value out of today's video, if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.